Let me throw out an idea for you. What if Manny Pacquiao beats Mario Barrios? I personally don't think that's going to happen, but it could happen. Okay, that's the theory. What if Gervonta Davis were to win a fight with Lamont Roach Jr.? I also don't think that's going to happen, but hear me out on this. Could we potentially see either this year or next year, if those two things happen, a potential Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta Davis fight? Let's think about this for a second. If we were matchmakers or we were promoters, which we totally aren't, but we're just sitting in my mom's basement, so that's the next best thing, right? That makes me nearly qualified when you're not at all useful and don't serve a purpose in any way in the promotion of the thing. I think that almost makes you an expert. So if we were involved or around it, you'd want to make fights that make big money. Manny Pacquiao is a superstar. Gervonta Davis is a superstar. It's quite a compelling matchup if it could be made. Now, the one hiccup there is, well, where would Gervonta Davis fight at? He's never fought, I believe, above 140 pounds. We had heard rumors, but who knows the validity of it? Maybe going up to welterweight for Thurman. I don't know if that was truthful. That's just people saying stuff. But I'm starting to wonder if there could be something to it. Now, it comes down to if Pacquiao can win this fight. Pacquiao is a legend. Legends do, like cliche, legends do legendary things, right? Legends can do things that normal people never would be capable of doing, right? So, with that being said, can't count him out. But aging is real. He's in his mid-40s, fighting a prime Mario Barrios. So we have to see how he looks. I think this is probably going to look like Camacho versus Ray Leonard, where, you have a younger fighter versus an older fighter. It's just kind of how that stuff typically goes. Gervonta Davis didn't look great against Lamont Roach, if we're being honest. So, honestly, I just think with Pacquiao coming back, it sounds crazy, but I think there is a world where these two fight each other because they're outside of Canelo. These are two of the biggest stars in the U.S., at least. I think in the world, too. They have big followings. And we're getting to an era of boxing where it's like, how can we put two big stars together that makes a compelling matchup? I think it's the Jake Paul effect, right? Jake Paul always finds matchups that give you kind of a hustle feel where you're like, man, what would happen if Tyson lands on him? And you have to wonder, like, okay, Gervonta Davis, a lot of young people know who he is, but they heard about Pacquiao. They saw a couple of his fights. What happens if the old Pacquiao comes back and wins? Or what happens if this, Gervonta can beat Pacquiao, Would he do it better than Floyd, right? There's all this great dialogue and conversations and content that could be made around that fight. And I think that if they are successful or if there's some way, that's a fight that might happen in 2026.